Ahoy, morning breathers, welcome. Breathers, welcome.
Peter, can you get two commercials
Can
started?
we redo that? Stop. Can we redo that?
Oh, yeah, we got it. Hold on.
Ahoy, morning breathers, and welcome to Friday's edition of the Morning Breath. How about that?
That's much better.
Gosh, boy.
It's Friday. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's Friday, and we've already started the day with a little practical joke.
It has.
I just want to keep you guys on your toes.
It did.
It's so funny. You guys wouldn't have cared.
Well, we were just ready. We can pivot. If nothing else, we can shift. We've learned that over 317 episodes.
It's easy. So I brought a colleague down. So those of you who don't know, I brought a colleague down this morning and walked him in. I just told him what to do. Walk in here and pretend like you're going to be on the show, and which he did very well.
He did.
And,
Full of confidence, went and sat right in your
sat
chair.
down and everybody just said, "Okay, new guy,
let's go."
He was so confident. I'm like, well, I guess he's supposed to be here, so we're rolling.
To hell with Skipper. He's gone. So we go with this. But that was kind of a fun way to start the day. It is Friday.
It is
Thank goodness.
Friday.
You know, we haven't talked about this, but we're probably going to be dark Monday, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Memorial Day. Yes, we are.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think I need a day off.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
It's been a week.
I had to think about it, but yeah, we're off on Monday.
We haven't talked at all about that, but I was not coming.
You were going to send.
I wasn't even going to send.
You weren't
Jeff.
even going to send Jeff.
So we know that we're not going to be here.
That's right. I'm pretty sure Peter wasn't going to be here either, so it wasn't happening. So
Yep. That seals the deal.
that seals it right there.
No SPP, no show.
That's how it is. He has all the power over there.
Yeah. All the buttons.
We do have Jackson with us this morning.
Ahoy.
Ahoy to you. I don't know what else to say. Jackson.
That's okay. Nothing else needs to be
Leave
said.
it be.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
else
can
needs
just
to
give
be
it
said.
away.
We have Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy, Boss Man, and of course, we're not here without this guy, SPP.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad. So it is Friday, and I'm thankful.
Yeah.
It's been a great week. It's been a great week of show. It's been a fun week, but when Friday comes, I'm ready for the weekend.
Yes, I've also had just a long week. Wasn't good or bad, just long.
So I was meeting with somebody yesterday. She said, "Why is everybody growly? Everybody's growly."
Yeah.
And that immediately put a smile on my face, and I said, "Oh, what's wrong? What can we do? Everything is great. I'm having a great week." So I tried to pump her up, and by the time we was done, I think
Think it was okay.
everything's going to be fine.
Morale booster.
You got to do that. Pick people up.
Huge. It's important trait.
I'm not saying I'm attuned to all of that for everybody.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day, Jackson, I may not know it.
I'm having a good day.
Not today.
I'm just tired.
Someday.
Yeah, right. That's fair.
Hey, I know this. The Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. The Morning Breath crew is powered by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie. Hy-Vees and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh. Little buzzing sound there. This is it's a sad day.
Why is that?
On the same day that it is National Penny Day, they have announced they are discontinuing making new pennies.
Yeah,
Way to go,
Yeah.
Treasury.
They definitely did that on purpose.
It was 100% intentional.
Yeah. We'll give it a nice final send off.
Kill the penny.
Penny retirement party. Done.
I was actually surprised that by 2026, so next year, and now all the ones that are in circulation will stay in circulation, but they're not.
Now everybody will start hoarding pennies.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I thought,
Why?
Yeah, I don't know, because
Because they're worth 3 cents.
I was going to say the thing
I've
I've heard for years is that it's more expensive to make the penny.
3.7 cents to make a penny.
Yeah.
Brilliant of us.
Right.
They might as well throw out the nickel too.
Copper is
That's no good.
expensive.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that, but what's it cost to make a nickel?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
It was even worse than a penny, I think.
I think you're right. Or the dime. I don't know. One of them was like,
Some of it just needs to go.
yeah,
That's all there is to it.
yeah.
I don't remember the last
I
time
am
I've used a
keeping my
penny.
wheat pennies.
We can all just go cashless, Tim, and just pay with debit cards.
I
And
don't know how I would survive. I still have never used a
ATM?
Yeah,
ATM.
ATM.
I don't even know what they're called.
Automatic telling machine?
Teller machines.
Teller
Yeah.
machine.
I did try and use one once. I think we've talked
Yeah.
about this, and I couldn't get it to work. So screw that.
I
I,
would-
can just go to a human and give it.
Yeah, we
money.
went to the Iowa Cubs game this past weekend, and they are cashless. Says it right on their website. I mean, parking, everything. You can't. They don't take cash.
Not going then.
Yeah, nowhere. Down this concession stands. I mean, like literally, we pulled up, and I was with another person, and they said $13 or whatever it was for parking, and he brought out $20 bill, and they said can't do it. Can't take your money.
What are you doing there then, buddy?
Yeah. So
Guess
Why
I'll
don't we
park
have-
for free.
yeah.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that was.
We want to talk about that one, SPP?
What?
Did you have a free parking session sometime, or
Oh,
Is
no,
this
no.
a story in the
no,
making?
sorry. I was just going to say.
afraid there is no
not
story
taking my
there.
money.
He just said it with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
what? And I looked with SPP like, you remember that time we just parked wherever the hell we wanted and didn't pay. And
I did enjoy, like, especially, going to sporting events in Milwaukee, you figure out where to park for free. Like, I didn't pay. I wouldn't pay for
Didn't
parking.
you go to the Cardinals playoff game back freshman year and you ended up in like Southern Illinois for 30 minutes?
Yes. We took the wrong highway and went into Illinois and had to turn around. And then we paid $100 for parking, I
Wow.
think.
There you go.
Which was not fun.
Gotta love playoff baseball.
Playoff baseball. Two teams I was not a fan of.
$100 for parking.
It might have been like 60.
Was it Rockstar parking?
No. It was
It's like
Very-
RV park. Were you in an
Still had to take a
RV?
shuttle to
very
the-
sketchy parking in a, underneath an overpass and walk to a.
Well,
Walk
was
to
the
the
car
game.
still there when you
the
came
car
back?
was still there.
there? Then it was worth it.
That
probably.
that car in particular was taken out by a deer, not a car thief,
Not a parking lot.
not a parking
robber.
lot robber.
I remember going to Enterprise Center in St. Louis one time and I had to find parking and I got there late and I was working, so I had to go quick. But there was like a shady, unlit parking lot across the street, but there were two people standing there and they were like $10. And I'm like, right across the stadium? Easy.
yeah.
So I did it. And I, like, when I was sitting there, I was like, they definitely like stole my car. They definitely stole my car. But game got over, walked out, there it was, and I drove away.
For
They
10
stole
bucks.
your car
$10.
and charged you $10 for the privilege.
Relax, I'm a professional.
I'm a professional.
Awesome. What else we got, Matt?
Fever played last night.
Oh, I heard that. I never know where to watch them.
Yeah, they were. I don't even know what channel. I think they were on Prime last night.
Yeah.
Were they?
I think so. I didn't watch it.
I saw a very, very small bit of it.
Okay. Yeah.
You like the Fever though now, don't you?
I've always liked the Fever. Well, Caitlin Clark's on the
Caitlin.
Fever, so now I like the Fever.
Right. But they won 81-76. Caitlin had 11 points, 4 boards, and 6 assists, which I looked at that and I'm like, well, that doesn't seem like much, but that's pretty good. It's just her standards or whatever.
Well, they
But
only scored 81.
they only scored 81. But she 11 points, 4 boards, 6 assists. Iowa baseball lost last night 5-0.
They didn't care. I watched
Didn't
some of
matter.
that.
Did you watch it?
That's
It started
all I'm saying.
9.
Yeah, I was up.
Oh, all right.
So Patty went on a trip. She went to Des Moines. She had some business to take care of with her family, and then she was waking up and a classmate was going to go golf this morning. And in my old days, I would have been out and about, saying hi to everybody, eating out,
Right.
having a few cocktails, and instead, I got done with work about 6:30 or 7, and I couldn't wait to get upstairs and
Yeah.
do nothing.
Well, I've said this before. My wife, Stacy's gone once a week. She goes up to Northern Iowa for her job. She works at home the rest of the time, but there's one night a week, and it's just like, it's my night. Leave me alone. I'm good.
Yep.
Watch what I want, eat what I want. Doesn't matter.
I had a lot of salsa
Of course you did.
because I have a lot of
You
salsa.
have a lot of
Boss
salsa.
man.
So
Anyway,
yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I wanted to watch, and I did watch some of the Oregon game. They played Michigan, I believe.
And they won, I
It was
assume.
close for a while,
No.
2-2, and then boy, Oregon's pretty good.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what I watched last night on Netflix. Highly recommend. I think it was called American Manhunt. It's about Osama bin Laden and the hunt for.
I've seen that. Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen it. I've seen the title.
It's a 3-part series. It took about 3 hours, give or take. But you know a lot about it, but this was really good. There are a lot of stuff they like literally interviewed the sniper, the SEAL Team 6 sniper,
The guy that walked in the room
and got
shot
him. Yep, and he told it how it happened, and it's
Yeah, he's a no frills guy.
oh yeah.
He doesn't hold it back.
Nope. He's like, I walked in, turned around, he was 2 foot away, and he goes, and he wasn't surrendering, so he had to die. And he did.
Those guys are badass.
I've seen one interview clip of that guy where he's just like he's like, yeah, and I stood there for a second and my sergeant came up and said, you just killed Osama bin Laden and your life changed forever. Get back to work.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So, but I highly recommend it. I mean, it's obviously it's tragic, but it is because it does go into the bombings and how it all started and all that stuff. But has CIA directors on there, former CIA directors and analysts, and it's a good job. It's actually quite informative of stuff that I didn't know.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to put that on the list when she's gone again.
Yeah.
She won't watch that.
Right. But it was fascinating. Let's put it that way. I don't know if it was good, but it was fascinating.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It's good to be informed.
Yeah.
You don't get that front row seat.
No, this was well done. So give him credit.
Excellent. What else we got? You got anything else?
Yeah, I got some other things. Jack, you said something one of the times you were going to come on, and then I don't think we got to it. You said you got something you wanted to bring up.
Oh,
Yeah.
nope, it's gone.
All right.
I do appreciate your mom's comment. We're all ready for warmer weather. I've had like a sore throat coming on the last couple of days because the weather's been
You
so
have a winter coat on.
roller
for God's
coaster.
sakes.
Well, that I dress like way warmer than I ever need to, but when it changes the cold and hot like this, I can't stand it. I'll get super sick, and it's not. I need to get consistently summer weather.
Okay.
When it fluctuates,
We live in the Midwest, right?
I know it's just a symptom. I bear it to enjoy the Midwest aesthetic.
There you go. Jeff's here this morning. Denise is in Des Moines. She's shout out to all the state qualifiers. Her nephew's racing today at state track.
Nice.
My mom, Cindy, Colleen, ahoy to all.
Ahoy, Colleen. Neighborhood. Friend of mine. I assume it's the same Colleen.
Colleen B.
Kelsey. Good morning. Ahoy. I'm sure you're listening, Kelsey.
Yes.
All right.
So-
I could just keep making stuff
That's
up.
all right. So I found
Tim.
so
John's not here. I feel we need to swear once in a while.
there you go.
Right, you gotta fill his void.
So
The quota.
So this story I found is for Jack because he's a big soccer guy.
Oh,
The latest bizarre but make it fashion trend: guys are ditching sneakers in favor of full-blown soccer cleats. Just
Like
to
to
walk
walk around?
just to go around town, to go grab coffee or go to hit Trader Joe's, whatever. Soccer cleats with the metal.
That'd be
wow!
loud.
With the studs and everything.
Yeah,
Very loud.
it would be loud, and also if you're not on grass, if you're
Yeah.
on asphalt, it'd be slippery as hell.
Concrete,
right?
you fall. I would have times where like if you played on a field and there was like a concrete path and the ball would go out of bounds, you had to go get it because you didn't have ball boys as a kid. You had to go run in the woods and get your own ball, and you'd run on the concrete and slip and fall. You have to get back up, get back in it.
Are they like baseball cleats or are they different? Soccer cleats?
Do they
They're
screw on?
different. They're what?
Do they just screw on?
They don't
Okay.
screw on. They're not metal. They're plastic
Oh,
studs
okay, but-
usually. But
all
it's
right.
still
Yeah.
still walking around it. That is very strange. I will say, like when I was a kid, the outfit was like athletic shorts, t-shirt, and we'd wear like indoor soccer shoes, which were just regular shoes. They were just flat, but I did wear those. But
They could charge you more because they called them indoor soccer shoes.
right,
instead,
yeah.
right?
Instead of but they didn't have studs on them. Like they just they were at least actual shoes. But that is interesting. Just wear full blown.
They just
cleats.
full blown cleats, and the other thing, you're meant to wear those things for a couple of hours, not
Right.
8 hours a day. That would-
Yeah.
Where are they doing this?
well, I think
Where's
it's
this
in New
going on?
York, but still. But I used to wear my wrestling shoes, my old wrestling shoes. I'd wear those.
Oh, that was a big deal.
Yeah, they were not comfortable to walk around in because the soles on them were only about
Put
that
some
thick.
shoes on.
Yeah, I know.
I used to get so mad. Just put freaking shoes on. We know you're a wrestler.
Well, I did it, Tim.
Okay, I know. Just put some damn shoes.
I was gonna say too, like soccer cleats. Like I would buy them, half a size, a full size smaller than regular shoes because you want them to be
tighter. It's easier to run in when they're not too big. So that would be uncomfortable to wear for that long. That's very interesting.
So I wouldn't wear wrestling shoes now because arch support and all that,
All the good stuff.
all the good
My
stuff.
feet got wider because I got older. and
Exactly.
Now I have spillage out over the side of them. One thing that you guys talked about shoes, it reminded me of when I was watching my granddaughter at track. All the kids walk around, they have spikes on their track shoes. They walk around on their heels.
Yep.
Yep.
Never seen that
Because you wear
before.
down the spike if you walk on them.
I get that. So take them off and go walk wherever. But
Do you know how long it took him to lace them things up?
oh my God, I don't remember because I ran track. I did not care.
Right.
I was just walking.
Whatever.
And what were your track times?
Well, it's fairly good.
Okay, well, didn't matter.
That
Worn down spikes or not worn down
that
spikes?
fraction of a second you lost on those worn down spikes.
Just know this, Jackson. I ran on cinder.
Yes, I remember those cinder tracks.
In bare feet,
Well,
uphill.
the only thing that worked
What are those, like dirt tracks?
In the
Cinder
snow.
tracks?
No, cinder.
cinder crust rock.
Yeah, it was crushed
Oh.
rock. Yeah, and
That's
it
what
was
everybody
black.
had.
A lot
Yeah,
of
that
it
sounds terrible.
was.
Sometimes
was it
you'd
like-
run across the red?
Yeah,
cinder.
yeah,
I mean,
red,
that was
too.
Pretty cool.
Was it like hard then?
Oh yeah. So you didn't want to fall down very bad in that.
And then
No.
it kind of went to limestone, the crushed limestone tracks. But it was, yeah, we
It
didn't.
was much slower.
And most of the tracks, about I don't know, when I was in school, maybe half were actually asphalt and about half were limestone and cinder.
It wasn't when I was.
It's all limestone
There
and
was
cinder.
very few that had
Yeah,
like the Blue Oval was
right,
one of maybe 3
right.
all surface tracks that I ran on in high school.
Yep.
That does remind me, like something I saw yesterday. Speaking of cutting down time, it was Michael Phelps doing an interview where he did like a race before. I don't know if it was the Olympics or some big swim event, but he did it with a full beard. And then when he said he shaved, because they shave like everything swimmers, and he was like it was 5 seconds faster when he had a beard versus not, or when he didn't have a beard versus having a beard swimming.
5 seconds.
5 seconds is a lot.
Right.
Pool.
That's why that was wild to me, just for having the drag from having facial hair.
Yeah. So the cinder that's what I ran on.
My best cinder story, not me, I was watching, but a kid was running hurdles and on a cinder track, and it was one of those black cinder tracks, and he biffed it. And not only did he scraped because it's cinder,
Open you up.
but it's like you're all black because the cinder's got on you. It's a real deal, man.
Gnarly.
So you had to make it to track practice because if you didn't go to track practice, you had to get more coal from the coal mine.
to put on the track. You have to resurface the track today.
Couldn't get the crusher to crush it. You had to stomp on it all day. 731 SPP. Should we take a break?
Yes.
All right. We'll be right back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections. Like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, Morning Breathers. Welcome back to Friday's edition of the Morning Breath. I haven't done one of those.
You growled. I don't. That's right.
Well,
Morning
growl.
it's just one of the phases.
it's just a phase.
of the week.
We'll get over
Get
it.
me the hell out of here.
Gets closer to a breath as we return to Monday.
Yeah.
It's more of a growl.
Tuesday.
Morning
Tuesday.
scream. That's the Monday.
Morning
That's actually the
scream.
Monday show.
Well, that would wake you up, I think.
So there's a step above a national day. There's the world. It's a world
Right.
Turtle Day today.
A World Turtle Day.
Turtle Day. I'm a big fan of turtles. I in my travels in the Caribbean, it was always fun to see the sea turtles.
Yeah.
Turtles are
Don't
sick.
touch 'em. They're endangered just about everywhere,
Yeah. Turtles are cool.
and it's really fun to see them.
They're fascinating, especially those huge ones. I mean, and sea turtles, but the really big tortoises or whatever they are.
The ones that are on land, not
Yeah,
the sea turtles.
right. They lived to 400 years old or something crazy.
Longer than we will.
Yeah.
For sure.
When I was in third grade, our teacher had a turtle in the class, and so last day of school, got to all hold the turtle. You know how this ends. It didn't make it around the entire circle without.
Did it get dropped?
Poor Buster
boy.
got dropped.
Dang it.
Just one. I think just once. I think there was one.
just-
I think there was
just
one
once.
legit drop and one that was like a bad handoff, but he was close to the ground and he just kind of landed on his feet that time. But there was
Poor
one drop.
Buster gets close to May, starts getting warmer outside,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, son of a bitch! They're gonna pass me around
pass
again.
me.
They're gonna pass me around, aren't they?
This isn't going to end well.
Every year I have to do this."
Am I just some pet to you? Is that all I am?
Leave me in the tank.
Oh, the humanity.
So, speaking of pets, weird pets, deputies in Vallejo, California made contact with a man named Clifford Vincenti
Oh, Cliff.
on May 6th. Deputies stopped the 50-year-old, and when they searched his vehicle, they found half a pound of meth.
Oh,
Seems like a lot.
can't have that.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Well, this led them to get a search warrant for his house. So the next day they went to his house, and they found another pound of meth, which is about $26,000 worth of meth.
Sheesh, doesn't seem like that much.
They found more than $2,000 worth of cash.
Meth market's down these
I was
days.
gonna say market price.
Yeah.
Market price.
Everybody's kind of methed out.
Yeah.
They're methed out. $2,000 of cash, a live spider monkey,
Oh, there you have it.
As
and
well
2 live rattlesnakes. Because why not? And so the story, many reasons why not.
Let's
but
go shoot some meth and go play with my rattlesnakes.
yes,
Were the rattlesnakes also on meth?
they might have been. The spider monkey might have been. So the story went on to talk extensively about the spider monkey, that it's doing okay. They took it to a zoo and is getting cared for and getting all this treatment. And then one little line at the bottom that says, "No word on where the rattlesnakes are."
Oh no.
They released
They're
them.
on somebody's boots right now.
Where does like a person like that live and not draw just immediate? Like that sounds like a house of chaos. There's
This is
three.
This is close to Sacramento, California.
Like I don't know.
Oh, it's up north.
Yes.
People are so not my business.
Exactly. Like
Yep.
it's just wild how
Whatever.
much you'd be like
Okay.
everyone's in their own world. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't realize my neighbor had a spider monkey and 2 rattlesnakes in their house
and a pound of meth.
and a pound of meth. Let's not forget the meth.
Yeah. Well, the traffic in and out of the house is probably something.
Has Peter? I'm riffing off of that slightly. Has Peter told you about the meth PSA we had at our radio station in college?
I don't think so.
So
It's not come up yet.
So our station was I forget which class it was, but the radio station we went with college. It was we didn't have ads. It was only
We had to play PSAs.
We had to play PSAs and spots and promos for other shows.
PSAs are
Public service announcements.
okay.
So there was one that was an anti-meth PSA, but what we learned.
Did you give equal time to the pro meth PSAs?
No, we should have.
Well,
we really
kind
should've.
of.
Well, yeah, actually, kind of. So it was an anti-meth PSA, but what we learned very quickly was this PSA was supposed to be a video. So
in the video, it's showing this person do all these things on meth, and horrible things are happening to them, and it's very scary. But the audio is a song, and it's like positive about meth. So the song goes, I'll just do my best rendition. It goes, I can't sleep, I can't eat, but I've got the cleanest house on the street. Oh, meth. Oh, meth. And like they're supposed to be showing all this horrible stuff happening to this person on meth, but we only had the audio, so that's all that played.
Oh my god!
And so it essentially was a pro meth.
So it was essentially
PSA.
just a pro meth ad.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It was pretty
Never
fun.
thought about the good side of meth.
That's just good marketing. There.
just good marketing.
Just good marketing.
Big
Who
meth,
told you that
Big
the
meth
meth-
has done it again.
Has done it again. So yeah, it was supposed to be a video, but it was a radio station, so we only had the audio.
Right.
So whenever we produce sports broadcasts, it's like, did you put the meth ad in there?
Yeah. It was always the meth PSA played at least once a show, probably twice. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it was pretty fun.
We don't have to do any PSAs, do we?
We did for soccer the other night.
Soccer we did, but
Not about meth.
Yeah, well, yeah, it wasn't about meth. It was about the positives of sports participation.
sportsmanship.
And good sportsmanship. And yes.
I really wanted to read it right after like a red card happened, but I didn't get the chance, unfortunately.
Should I go to a soccer match and is it a match or
A match.
or whatever and get her? Can I get a red card?
You get tossed.
tossed.
A fan. I don't,
want to
think a
get
fan-
tossed. I want a red.
You
card.
want them
I
to
wanna be the
actually show you
first
the.
fan to get a red card.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to wait till next high school season.
well,
There's probably
you-
some pro
you
stuff.
probably
you
have
can
to
do.
go onto the field and slide tackle someone illegally,
I could do
and
that.
then they'll go to the booth, and then they'll red card you and they'll kick you out.
And you'll get assault charges. Just for just for fun.
But I got my red card.
I got my red card.
What if you bring a spider monkey and 2 rattlesnakes to the field?
Yeah.
That'll probably get you a red card.
That'd get me a lot of attention, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
I thought we had one more game.
Nope. Well, so they do play, not at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they play at Assumption.
I'll go over to
Oh,
that.
Fairfield couldn't pull off the upset.
No, not even close.
Really? What was the score?
12-0.
Oh,
Yeah.
in the offs. That's tough.
Yeah.
My high school career ended with a 9-0 defeat. That was a tough one.
How did you even walk around and hold your head up?
Well, so I told Matt this. I got a concussion. So instead of being sad,
the reason.
I was trying to fight my vision from
couldn't
going
remember
blurry.
it.
Yeah.
Trying not to puke.
Yeah, I was just running around the field at the point. And I still had to play, and I was just nothing was going on. We were
Meth.
just
You
trying to get through it.
should've
I should have brought some meth.
It'll straighten you right out.
Right.
We can worry about the testing later.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, my career's done, so who cares?
All of a sudden, Jack Sullivan's up and down the field. He's everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
He's running
going
off
on?
the field.
What's going on with
Where's
Jack?
he going?
Where did this come from?
Come back, Jack.
Jack.
Well, now what are we going to do? 7:42.
I got just because I made Peter pull it. This is real fast. We don't have to do much about this, but Sports Illustrated apparently ran a best mascot, high school mascot in the country, and Center Point Urbana, just up the road here, was the #1.
No kidding.
Yes, and so there it is. You got to go up.
Did it win?
There you go. Yeah, so Center Point
Is it a
Urbana.
voting thing?
It was a vote, so I don't, but this was the championship, and apparently they were both #7 seeds. But the Norse Shipbuilders was their competition, and
That's hard to say.
Norse Shipbuilders, Morse Shipbuilders, yes.
Also, because it sounds like Norse shipbuilders, which is like Vikings,
Right.
which is pretty cool.
Shipbuilders. Could you might make the P silent and make it a T all of a sudden.
There you go. Yes. So anyway, Center Point Urbana, #1 high school mascot
Wow.
in the country, apparently.
That makes me really happy because I was doing research for the last Washington game, and it was West Liberty had played Center Point Urbana, and I was like, oh, Storm and Pointers, that's really cool.
Well, I didn't know this, but
So did the public.
Yeah, I read this. So when Center Point and Urbana merged, whenever that was, Urbana was the Cyclones, and the Center Point was obviously the Pointers, and so they merged it to be the Storm and Pointers, and then created that new logo.
That's
What is
awesome.
a pointer, just as
No,
A
a
dog.
a dog.
Yeah, it's just no, it's a dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, they had the Rhinelander Hodags in there.
So anyway,
You know Rightlander Hodags?
Yeah, Rhinelander's a town in Wisconsin, and a Hodag is literally like it's their equivalent of
there, right there. Yeah.
it's their equivalent of Loch Ness monster. Like it's a local myth. Like a Hodag is like a monster that lives in Rhinelander.
You're just a wealth of knowledge.
So anyway.
Jackson.
So that's not really in our backyard, but it's not too far away. Center Point.
That is fun.
National high school mascot of the year.
3 million Iowans if everybody voted.
Yeah, exactly.
We could have got
We beat
Stuff the ballot.
Chicago.
we beat those guys from Maine. They had no chance.
What a Maine. Nobody goes there.
No.
Hey, Maine's gonna have the number 1 pick in the NBA draft is from Maine
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag is his name.
He didn't play college ball in Maine.
He didn't, nor did he play high school
should've.
ball in Maine. Actually, he moved to Florida to go to a prep school.
He's a ball player.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. Okay. We do need to take a break. Do you agree, Peter?
Am I what?
Do you agree that we need to
Oh, what'd you call me?
I did. I called you Peter. SBP.
Yes, we do need to go
All
back.
right, we'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning brothers. It's Friday.
Friday. Ray says Centerville had a red scoria cinder track, which the cinder came from volcanoes.
Ooh.
Which was very high end for the time.
I can't remember. I remember you could get on a red track sometimes.
Yep.
Back in my day, we just ran over hot coals. Really made you go fast.
You would.
That's smart.
Just heat it up.
Volcano aided world record.
Yeah. Has a little asterisk by it.
All right, should we get set for the day, gentlemen?
Indeed.
Let's get set for the day. It is Friday. May the 23rd, 2025, episode 317. The time, 7:48 a.m.
You know, we did miss you on Wednesday.
I'm sorry.
Excellent.
Sorry to let y'all down.
Because all we wanted to hear on Wednesday was Hump
Day. I'll call next Wednesday if I only didn't come in on Wednesday because the soccer game was at 7 instead of 5, and
It would have been a long day.
I didn't want to go to and from here in Iowa City 4 times. I just
Peter and I were here all day.
True.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, no, I'm just soft.
Also, we're getting paid.
I wasn't gonna be the one to say that.
not getting
But
paid to
when
be
Peter asked if I was coming in on Wednesday, I said,
Jack's like, you know what? I ain't sitting down there.
they
all
could
day
pay
for-
me $1,000.
Listen.
And then
I'll give him part of my salary.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Temperature right now in Fairfield, Mount Pleasant, Washington is 50 degrees. A mix of cloud and sun today. High of 71, a low of 49.
It is nice to see the sun this morning.
Yeah, no kidding.
it's too cold. I'm getting sick.
This weekend, Memorial Day weekend, highs in the low
Need
70s.
some salsa, Jackson?
Maybe. I don't know.
I have extra.
Yeah, you do have plenty. If that's the remedy for all disease.
I am not sharing mine. So
Yeah. If we find out salsa's like the cure for cancer, Tim will be set
So I will.
for the day.
my cousin believes that frozen concentrated orange juice is the cure for everything. When we were in college, it didn't matter. Cancer, cold, flu, just frozen concentrated orange juice with a spoon right out
Can't
of the
see
thing.
straight. Give me some concentrate.
I do love orange juices are great when I'm sick. I
Well,
drink a lot of
he
orange
took
juice.
the frozen tubes and just ate it with the
Okay, that's
spoon.
great.
Have you ever done that before? You get the frozen concentrate
Yeah.
and you plop it in.
I've done that, yeah.
Okay.
I've never ate it straight though.
Right.
But I put it in the water and you stir it. Yeah.
Well, you skip a step.
Yeah.
Matt, we're very sorry for interrupting.
I don't
truly.
Wait, I have another-
I don't believe that you are. I don't believe you. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield man carves a wizard into a tree stump.
a wizard?
A wizard.
That's sick.
Wizard.
It's a pretty cool actually. This chainsaw artist guys are amazing. With heart and perspective, Mount Pleasant's class of 2025 steps into the future, and Washington recognizes graduating seniors. So that was for honors night, but it should say I think Fairfield and Washington graduations are both this weekend. Mount Pleasant was last weekend.
Okay.
So, sports state track continues today, and Denise's
Congratulations, seniors.
yes, congratulations, seniors. This day in history, on this day in 2000, American rapper Eminem released the Marshall Mathers LP, which became the fastest-selling album in history of rap. So 2000
1
is
year
still
pre-SPP.
pre-SPP.
pre-SPP?
Yes,
1 year pre-SPP.
God in heaven.
still pre-SPP. I don't even want to tell you how old I was in 2000. It was post that.
Tim,
Post Boss
SPP
Man?
is older than I am.
Oh, for God's sakes.
It's
Okay.
pre-Jack also.
You
Pre-
guys.
Pre-Jackson.
Jack's home. All right, Jack. Random joke, random quote, or random fact.
Random
Stomach's growling.
fact.
Random. We had a random fact yesterday.
Oh,
You didn't know that, but we had a random fact yesterday.
okay. Random joke.
Random joke.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Nobody ever picks.
He
a joke.
picked fact. I said no.
I like learning things. I learned more space things yesterday. I was very excited.
Well, this is an ocean thing, but we're going to save it.
That's
The
fine.
fact is we'll save that for next week.
That's fine.
Random joke. So 10-year-old girl asked her mom, "How was I born?" The mother smiled and replied, "Once upon a time, your dad and I decided to plant a wonderful little seed. Daddy put it in the earth, and I took care of it every day. After a few months, it turned into a beautiful, healthy plant. So we took the plant, dried it, smoked it, and got so high we forgot to wear a condom."
Wow.
I was all over the place.
That was good. That was good.
See, that's why we need jokes.
That was good. That was
Everybody
good.
picks the other stuff.
Random joke
All
one.
day long. All day long.
That's why Matt was insistent on. We did a fact yesterday. Please pick joke.
We've done a lot of facts. It's
Try
There's
again.
a lot of facts and quotes, and I get so angry at you that pick those. So angry.
I pick 'em
Don't
once
make
a
me
week.
angry.
I will have to say that the jokes started out as just pure dad jokes, and they've kind of strayed a little bit, but it's all right.
That's a good one.
That's okay. Do we have a takeaway?
I know that I'm not going to wear wrestling shoes around you, just out in the wild.
Just stop.
Just stop it.
You see that Nelson Brand climbed Mount Rainier?
I knew he was a climber.
Yeah.
He also is the head wrestling coach at Regina now.
Gina, look the hell
Yep.
out.
Yep.
Now nobody will go out for wrestling.
it's like that'd be intense for a high school
I'm
workout.
gonna get my ass whooped.
Jeff's weekend takeaway: the Tim Elliott Group is everywhere. Real estate, cattle preg checking, and now dream interpretation. Standard fees apply.
That's true, Jeff. That is true.
I don't think I fully resolved my dream thing, but that's okay.
I was going to suggest that we talk about that off air.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
I have more to say. There was just things I couldn't say.
I think I just bought an elephant. I don't know if there's a whole lot more to that.
I consulted my colleagues on this. So
Okay.
there's a group.
Discussing my
Dream
dreams.
analysis.
Dream analysis.
It's interesting.
All right.
Jackson, do you have a takeaway?
I do. It is that I should have done meth before my last high school soccer game, and I would have been scored.
You'd have forgotten
A
all
million
about
years.
your,
Yeah,
your
getting the
It
concussion.
would have helped with your concussion, right?
Did your concussion come from doing a header, or
It did.
you bump?
Yeah, I hit a ball wrong, and then
Next thing you know, you're running around with
Blurred vision.
what you're doing.
It was, yeah.
So meth or a helmet.
Or a helmet. I could have worn a helmet.
It's amazing they don't have helmets in soccer.
No.
So one very famous goalie did because he got a really nasty head injury and he had to wear like a leather cap and it was like it became his iconic
Like one of those
look.
old football helmets from the
kind of
olden days.
Yep.
Well, I've always been a proponent of the concussions would go down in football if you put leather helmets back on those men.
Yeah, probably.
They wouldn't use them as
They
weapons.
wouldn't. They wouldn't lead with their head.
Guess what?
Then people would walk around in wrestling shoes and soccer helmets.
Soccer cleats.
Well,
And leather helmets.
I turned out just fine. It was fine.
So says,
I'm right here,
you.
Jack.
It was fine.
SPP, do you have a takeaway?
Mine's on the same track as Jack's, but next time I get caught doing meth, I gotta let my rattlesnakes and my spider monkey go.
Yeah.
Because those are extra charges that you
Right.
don't need.
Make sure
Yeah.
there's an emergency contact to pick those up before the cops show up.
You know, when it got to, I was always good about trying to remember a good, takeaway for today. I have gone away from that completely because you know how much I reference all this.
Right.
It kind of goes away. I know this. When the teacher passes around the turtle, youngins, use both hands.
Use both hands.
Please.
Use two hands.
That's all.
That's a good takeaway.
That's a good
Football
takeaway.
gloves, wear wrestling cleats, wear the soccer helmet.
Right.
Just gonna help you out in the long run.
That's it. That's all I go. Well, I think that's going to do it. Would you agree? Should we be done?
Yeah, we've had some long ones this
done.
week, I think.
Gosh, where did that? How could it be that already?
It just is.
We just ramble.
Yeah.
I like to yap. I will always go long.
If people wouldn't introduce,
7th of the day could be much faster.
we could go through it quicker. We hope you have a great week this week. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for tuning in. If you would, please like, share, and
Subscribe.
subscribe to whichever channel you're watching. We only take comments on YouTube, so that's our preference that you come in there. But
we're available other places.
we're on Spotify, so you can watch us a lot of different ways.
And we're still on Facebook.
We're still on Facebook.
I hate to do this, Tim. You said I hope everyone has a great week this week, but it's Friday.
What I wanted to say was I hope everybody had a great week.
Okay.
So if I misstated that, 1,000 apologies, Jackson.
I felt bad, but I was like, should I say something for the bit? And I decided yes.
No, I don't know why you would ever correct me like that.
Don't ever do it again.
I'm not certain you'll be back.
I'm going to drown in a vat of salsa. We'll know who did it.
Salsa has many uses. It can feed you and it can take you out.
Take me out.
Take you out.
Well, listen, we got to go. I have a goal to never hit 8 o'clock.
Well, we're close.
Because if we do that, then there's no stopping. It'll be an hour show before you know it. So have a great weekend. It is Memorial Weekend. Take some time to think about that. I'm not going to go into a lot of details. Think about Memorial Day. Have a great weekend. We will be back Tuesday. Until then, ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.